Hi, hello, and welcome to VM Commerce. This is Meenakshi. Today, in this video, we are going to see that stock exchange part 2. So, in this video, we are going to see that types of speculators, differences between stock exchange and commodity exchange, and the recent developments in stock exchange. First topic is types of speculators. Speculators in a stock market are of different types. They are named after animals as their behavior could be compared best with the behavior of the animals. So, who is a speculator? Speculator is a person who buys the security with the expectation of a favorable price change in the share market. So, he is called as a speculator. So, speculators are compared with an animal on the basis of their behaviors. There are four types of speculators: bull, bear, stag, and lame duck. First speculator is bull. A bull is also known as teziwala. Teziwala is an Sanskrit or Hindi word which means fast or speed. So, bull speculator is a speedy person. He is an optimistic speculator. Optimistic, of course, positive thinking. So, optimistic person means he thinks that the possible thing will happen, best possible thing will happen. So, bull is called as an optimistic speculator. He is an operator who expects a rise in prices of securities in the future. So, he always expects a positive result from the share market to rise the price in the future. He is called as a bull because just like a bull tends to throw his victim up in the air, the bull speculator stimulates the price to rise. So the animal bull, what it does, it tends to throw his victim up in the air. Like that, the bull speculator also stimulates the price of the shares in the future. Then second type of speculator is bear. A bear is also known as mandiwala. So mandiwala, which means forgetting about the transactions. So a bear is called as a pessimistic speculator. Pessimistic means a negative attitude, always thinking negatively. So um, speculator expects the prices to fall in the future and sell the securities at present with a view to purchase them at a lower prices in the future. So the bear speculator enters into a selling contract in securities on a future date. So a bear usually presses its victim down to ground. Similarly, the bear speculator tends to force down the prices of securities. Okay, so the bull speculator rise in prices, expects the rise in prices, but the bear speculator force down the prices of securities. Third one is stag. Stag means a male deer. So a stag is a cautious speculator. Cautious means he will be very careful in dealing with the share market. He is also called as a premium hunter. A stag will always take cautious steps to trade in the stock market. So he applies for the shares in new companies and expects to sell them at a premium if he gets an allotment. So a stag speculator, if he gets an allotment, he will sell the shares at a premium rate, especially for new companies. He selects those companies whose shares in more demand and are likely to carry a premium. So stag speculator choose the companies in which the shares are in more demand among the public. Fourth type of speculator is lame duck. Lame duck means inefficient or disabled to complete a certain task. So he is called as a lame duck. When a bear finds it difficult to fulfill his commitment, he is said to be struggling like a lame duck. A bear speculator contracts to sell the securities at a later date. So previously we have discussed bear is a future date securities contract person. So on the appointed time, if he is not able to get the securities, as the holders are not willing to part with them. So in such a situations, he feels concerned. Moreover, the buyer is also not willing to carry over the transactions. Okay, so on the particular date, if he is not able to supply the securities, he is called as a lame duck. So these are all the four types of speculators. Then differences between stock exchange and commodity exchange. First one is meaning. Organized market for purchase and sale of the financial security is called a stock exchange. Whereas an exchange where commodities are traded is called commodity exchange. Commodity means like metals, energy, agricultural, livestock, and meat. Function of stock exchange, providing easy marketability. So easy marketability means buy and sell the securities very easily in the stock exchanges. In commodity exchange, offering hedging or price insurance services and liquidity to securities. What is meant by hedging? Hedging means to protect someone from harm or to reduce the amount of risk. So commodity exchange reduces the amount of risk for the investors. Then object, the main aim of stock exchange is facilitating the capital formation and making use of the capital resources. But in commodity exchange, the main object is to facilitate goods flow through risk reduction. So hedging we saw to reduce the amount of risk. So commodity exchange reduces the amount of risk. Participants in stock exchange, investors and speculators. In commodity exchange, producers, dealers, traders and a body of speculators. Next one, period of dealings. In stock exchange, it is dealings with a fortnight. Fortnight means 15 days once. But in commodity exchange, the settlement period is 2 or 3 months, only for future market dealings. Then articles traded. In stock exchange, bonds, shares, stocks, and government securities are traded. In commodity exchange, durable and graded goods are traded in the market. Then speculation. Securities offering a broad, ready, liquid and continuous market of securities. So securities continuous market can be possible in stock exchange. Commodity exchange speculation ensures assumption and absorption of price risk. So more risk in the commodity exchange. Then forward contract. Forward dealings or simplified securities are fully standardized. So standardized securities are dealt in stock exchange. Here in commodity exchange, standards are to be fixed for deliverable grades to facilitate futures contract. Okay. Then cornering. What is the meaning for cornering? Forcing a person to do something. So that is cornering. So in stock exchange, seller has to deliver the agreed securities. So cornering is very easy in stock exchange. Whereas in commodity exchange, cornering is difficult as the seller has the option to deliver the standard or other deliverable goods. Then price quotation. As regards forward dealings, only one quotation is possible in stock exchange, whereas in commodity exchange, multiple quotations are possible. Next, recent developments in stock exchange. First one is NSMS, National Stock Market System. So this system was advocated by the person Shri M.J. Parvani. So popularly it was known as Parvani Committee. So what are all the recent developments in stock exchanges? NSE, SHCIL, NCDS, STCI, NSDL. So we are going to see one by one. First one is NSE, National Stock Exchange. It was incorporated in the year 1992. It is a countrywide screen-based online and order-driven trading system. Order-driven trading system. It uses the satellite link to connect to the members scattered all over India. Order driven trading system means where the buyers and sellers display the prices at which they wish to buy or sell a particular type of securities. So that is called as order driven trading system. It uses the satellite link to connect the members scattered all over the India. So the investors will be scattered over all over the India. They are going to connect through satellite. Computer network are used to trade in the stock exchange. NSE has two segments, that is debt segment and capital segment. Debt segment means dealing with the debt instruments. Capital segment means where the buyers and sellers engage in the financial securities like bonds and shares. Then second type, Stock Holding Corporation of India Limited. So it was established in the year 1986 for the purpose of providing clearance and settlement services. So it is the first depository participant registered with CBAs. It has actually started its operations in the year 1988. Its head office is in Mumbai and branch network covers Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai, all the metropolitan cities. Third one, National Clearance and Depository System. It provides a centralized facilities for the clearing and settlement of trades. So it helps to overcome the problems of settlement and clearance of transactions. Okay, to reduce the workload of the clearing agencies, NCDS was established. Mainly the problems arises out of systematic risk like counterparty risk, credit risk, bad deliveries, long delayed delivery, counterfeit scripts and forged scripts. What is meant by counterfeit? Counterfeit means imitate something, fake document, that is called counterfeit scripts and forged scripts. Then Securities Trading Corporation of India, STCI. So it was established by Reserve Bank of India in May 1994, okay, under the provisions of the Indian Companies Act. So this main objective is to develop an active secondary market. Okay, so it has an authorized paid up capital of rupees 500 crores, out of which RBI contributed 50.18% in STCI. So the RBI in December 1997 divested part of its equity in STCI. Then comes to National Securities Depository Limited. So this was enacted in August 1996. It developed an era of paperless settlement of securities. So the main aim of this NSDL is to reduce the paperwork. Scriptless, floorless, we have discussed in previous video, stock exchange. Same thing, paperless settlement. Then NSDL was inaugurated as first depository on November 8, 1996. Even though it was established in August 1996, it came into existence only from November 8, 1996. Then dematerialized securities commenced in December 26, 1996. So dematerialized is the main aim for NSDL, that is paperless settlement, everything through online network only. So BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, also extended the facility of trading in dematerialized securities from December 29, 1997. So these are all the recent developments in stock exchange. Thank you.